Do you sometimes feel like wearing a mask? Do you feel like playing a role at work with friends or the family just to fit in and to feel loved and like you belong? When you do that, you're not yourself. You're playing a role that doesn't help you but weights you down. And playing that role every day, that feeling is exhausting and it keeps you small. To get out of this, today I'm sharing the 3 most common roles that can block you or weight you down. To get to know those roles is the first step to freedom, because when you know them, you can work against them and replace them. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Jen, also known as the Witch of 1,000 Faces. I was stuck in roles like the people pleaser or the quiet achiever myself, but I found a way out. Now I help introverted souls to do the same, letting go of masks that no longer serve them and stepping into active roles, something they actually want to be. That's the core of my work, and it's called the Theater of Soul Work. When we're born, we are all originals. We cry when we're afraid or hungry, we laugh when something is funny, and we scream when we're afraid. We do it loud and proud. We are 100% authentic. But as we grow, we adapt so that we can get love or acceptance by playing the roles society wants us to play. The good daughter, the successful student, or the caring colleague, the helpful person at the bus stop. All of these are roles we play to help others. They don't serve us, or just in a way that we can fit in. The problem is, when we're adopting these roles, we immerse so deeply into them that we forget ourselves and our needs and what we want from life. We live to please others, to serve them, to help them out. The result of this masquerade is often that we feel unsatisfied or empty, that we're living the life of someone else entirely, and that we lose the connection to ourselves. We become something that has not much to do with who we were in the first place. But the good news is you can recognize and then remove those roles. And then, step by step, you can return to your own self, to being fully you. In this video, we explore 3 common roles to get to know them so that we can break the cycle. Role 1. The people pleaser. The people pleaser is a person that's always helpful, attentive, and trying to keep the peace. You could describe the motto of a people pleaser of avoid conflict at any cost and keep the peace and the harmony in the group. You put others' needs first, and then you forget what you really want from life and ignore your needs. Examples could be that a friend calls you and asks you if you could help when they're moving, and you're so tired and overwhelmed from work, but you still say yes. Yes, I will help you. Or your partner wants to watch a special movie and you think, I don't like it, but I want to keep the peace. So yes, darling, let's watch this movie together. It's absolutely fine with me. Or your boss comes to you and adds tasks on top of the pile you already have, and you're drowning in work. And what do? You still say, yes, I can do this. I can manage. I will find a way. People pleasers behave in that way because they fear that they could be rejected if they say no or set boundaries and put their needs first. They so want to be liked that they keep the peace at any cost. They nurture the comfort zone of others and forget their boundaries and their wishes and their needs. This behavior is often adapted in childhood, when you learn, for example, from your parents that you get love when you're a good child and when you behave in a certain way they want you to behave. The cost of this is that you swallow your own opinions, that you lose yourself in the needs of others, that you ignore your own limits and then burn out. And that leads to a resentful approach towards other people. I recommend a shift from people pleaser to truth teller. Imagine that you stop putting on a fake smile and answer demands and approaches with your real voice. You could frame it like this: from the fake image you give to others when you please them, to telling the truth because you know your worth and protect your own boundaries. This gives you back your authenticity, because you treat honesty as a currency and don't play nice. When you put up a fake smile always to please others, you're not authentic, you're lying to them actually. So you should trade the fake smile for true boundaries. How is this done? A first step would be to pause when someone asks you to do something for them. Instead of saying yes right away, say, let me think about it. I'll tell you in 5 minutes. When you get this break to think, ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? Can I help this person? Or isn't it possible? This pause breaks the urge to automatically say yes, yes, and make space for you. Role 2. The caretaker. Caretakers build their worth on being needed. They're always helping, comforting others, and solving problems for them. Examples could be that you do the shopping for a sick friend, or that you spend hours on the phone listening to your sister's relationship drama. You're caring for everyone except yourself. This behavior is often learned early in childhood. When you, for example, were the oldest child in an unstable family and you had to take care of your family, your siblings, you had to make up for the hardworking parents that never had time to go to a football game or something like that. The lesson you learn is, I'm only valuable when I take care of others. But this helpfulness comes with a cost. It leads to self-abandonment, exhaustion, burnout, and a hidden resentment for the people that put you into this role. You could shift this role from caretaker to self-nurturer. Imagine that you water your own roots, not just the roots of others. By this, you take your power back. You can give from an inner fullness, not from a burnout that comes from this demanding way of being everybody's darling. A first step could be that you make an appointment with yourself. Take 15 minutes a day just for you. When you're alone with yourself, ask yourself, what would feel good right now? Drink some tea, take a walk in nature, listen to the music you like, and do nothing you should do, but only things you want to do. This is a direct message to yourself. My needs matter. I am worthy of care. Role 3. The quiet achiever. I would also call them the invisible success workers. This role is hardworking, reliable, brilliant even, but invisible. Quiet achievers almost always deliver excellent work, but they don't claim recognition. Examples could be that you have a wonderful idea in a meeting, but you don't speak up. Or you only share it in a private email to your boss. Or you work hours and take night shifts to put up a perfect presentation, and then others present it. Quiet achievers often avoid the spotlight because they fear that someone could criticize them and their ideas, or they could be labeled as arrogant. This way of behaving often stems from the idea that if I just work hard enough, I will be recognized. And it comes from the fear that if I stand out, I'll be judged. The results of this behavior are often invisibility, frustration, cynicism, or that you become a ghost in your career. Here, I'd recommend a shift from the quiet achiever to the visible creator. Just imagine that you step from the sideline into the spotlight. Sounds crazy, but it is absolutely possible. This shift can give you a certain inner calm, and that you achieve what you want in the long run. You become visible, but in a controlled way, because you make the shift. As a first step, you can start an achievement journal. At the end of the week, jot 3 wins down. For example, a problem that you solved, positive feedback that you got, or a task you did well. This way of journaling trains your focus on success. The next step would be that you share one of the wins in context. For example, you could give an update in a meeting like, I finished the analysis of project XYZ and found 10% savings. You can present your win in a way that it's not showy. It's just facts, and the facts make you visible. We have looked into 3 roles: the people pleaser, the caretaker, and the quiet achiever. Did you recognize yourself in one of those roles or more? Don't panic, that's absolutely normal, and it's good for you, because this awareness of the role that you're playing at work or in your family or with friends or wherever in your life helps you to shed the role. It's a first step to change. Those roles served as survival strategies when we were younger, and so it is very relatable that we adapted them. Because if you play a role, your core can't get attacked because it's invisible, so to speak. You shield it with the role. But do not fret. What you've learned, you also can unlearn. I did that myself. When I was young, I learned to be a people pleaser. I grew up in a very chaotic family with a divorced mother that had to take care for my sister and me. And I tried to be some kind of partner to her, to help her out in every way possible. And I got stuck in this role, and I learned that if I help and serve and be socially acceptable, I get love as a sort of payment for my services, so to speak. But when I grew up, I recognized that this role hindered me because people use your friendliness and your helpfulness against you, and you're an easy prey for energy vampires because you always want to do something right and good, and you think that you must do this so that you can get love from other people. I was in a short relationship with a narcissist, or at least I thought I was, and the behavior of this person made me think, wait a second, why am I feeling so burned out? Why am I not getting an equal amount of love? Why am I investing so much? What am I doing here to myself? And the most important question was, do you want to go on like this? Really? Living for others, not for yourself? Do you even know what you want from life? What is your life? Who are you? And that's the common thread of all three roles we spoke about earlier. It's a disconnection from oneself. But we people pleasers, caretakers and quiet achievers must find the way back to ourselves so that we can live a happy, fulfilled and abundant life. A life that is ours. And to find the way back to ourselves, we have to become aware of what we're doing in the first place. We must pause and reflect to know what we need and what we want to achieve. Those first steps are actually the most important point, so that the mask you're wearing all the time starts to crack and the light of reality can shine through. Tell me, which of the three roles felt the most familiar to you? Because sharing your experiences helps other people so that they know that they're not alone. You are not alone. I am not alone. We're all together in this, and we can work on it to come out of it. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know more about one of the roles I presented today, please let me know in the comments too. Then I can do another video about it. Remember, you're more than one role. You can be everything you want to be. But the first step to freedom is that you give yourself the permission to be real. Not perfect, not pleasing, not caring, real. Take the steps day by day, little by little. See you soon.